What's going on, guys? It's Michael Gascon and Fanny back to help you with your spins. Today we're going to do clockwork. Clockwork is a spinning exercise, help to get your horse pivoting. If you're getting a pivot and they're pivoting on the wrong foot, which means if we're spinning to the right and they're not spinning on their right foot, I'm going to give you an exercise that's going to help you get more forward, more speed, and more importantly, pivoting on the proper foot. And the reason we call it clockwork is because I'm going to lay out a clock in front of you and I'm going to ask my horse to do a turnaround, give me a spin, 1 revolution, and then I'm going to move off to the next spot. At 12, 3, 6, and 9, I'm going to shut him down and spin a revolution and go to the next one. So right here, basically, every time that I spin, I'm going to be creating a void on the side that we're going to and applying pressure on the side that we're closing in on. So whenever I come here and out. So you see he has a bad habit of pivoting on the wrong foot. Come right up here to 12, have him stepping over, stepping over, stepping over. There we go. Another thing that we can do with our reins, this is going to help our horse stay in frame, is I can keep my hands right here on his withers, and that is going to really help him stay centered and square. Make sure as we're coming around and we're doing the spin, so right here I'm going to give him more than 1 revolution so he doesn't start anticipating. Come here again, open up my inside leg, keep him going this direction, forward, open up my right leg, try to sit up square and even. So close my legs again. A couple pro tips here. Try to sit up square and even once they get the idea of it. And whenever you're going forward, don't release the reins to go forward, because when we get this horse spinning fast, we don't want every time that we let go of the reins that he goes forward. So make sure when you come out of this turnaround here that you have him still in the frame and he doesn't think that loosening up on the reins means come out of it. There we go. So right there where he's trying to come out of that bridle there, I just push down towards his withers with my lead hand. As he's backing up, I'm looking for it. Good. So he got confused and thought we wanted him to back up. You see, I just kept the pressure with my leg until he found the right answer. And squeeze him forward. Open our inside leg. Squeeze him forward with 2 legs. Open my inside leg. Squeeze him forward with both legs. Open my inside leg. Squeeze him forward with 2 legs. Open my inside leg. And this will just get the horse really comfortable. Squeeze him forward with both legs. Open my inside leg. And hold. What this is really going to do is just going to get that horse real comfortable at staying locked up and square here. I have a real soft bit on him, just a D-ring snaffle, no twist, real soft copper mouthpiece. And I'm just getting him real comfortable that when a leg comes off him that he goes in that direction. So much of a horse being able to do something quickly, it's not about how quick you do it, it's about how efficient you do it. So the more and more comfortable, these reps like this that we can just have him square and straight here and open a leg up and he just wants to get there and he doesn't have to think too much about it. That's going to make it, every day that we do this, he's going to get easier and easier doing this. It's okay, like you saw over there, he got a little confused, he started going backwards. Just stick with what try to keep the task that you want at hand in your mind and try to go right back to the task. All right, we're gonna give him a little breather right over here, and then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And again, this is called clockwork. What it really helps is it keeps that forward motion. If we just sit here and pivot our horse, what will happen is they'll start sucking backwards and they'll start stepping under. The problem with stepping under is you can't really get a good spin stepping under. That's why reiners really don't like to use cutting horses, because cutting horses are taught to suck back and step under, which is really great for rollbacks and chasing the cow, but you can't get multiple revolutions doing that. So we want our horse thinking forward, stepping forward, and moving around. Think about this too when you're working your performance work, is we want our horse moving towards the void. That means if two legs are on, we're looking for straightness and squareness. When a leg moves off, he should feel that void and want to get in that direction. That's what we're trying to create. All right, guys, we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Whenever I'm choking up to have a horse square and straight, you can, here, I'll turn it sideways. You can grab your reins, and it doesn't matter what kind of reins you have, and bring all this pressure downward so that he feels everything square and straight up through his head and neck and shoulders. That way, whenever we take a leg on him and bring a leg off of him, he's square through here. The one thing you don't want to have happen is whenever you're working on your spins that the horse points his nose in the wrong direction like this, moving to the left. We want his nose a little tipped inward so that he's looking the direction that we're going, so that he tries to get there. Just like that, move him off. There we go. So it's fun trying to get these gaited horses to spin because they're sensitive, but their past life, him wanting to put his head up, is not great for spinning. If he would drop his head a little bit, there we go. If he would drop his head a little bit, notice how much more freely he moves. Oh, there we go. That's it. And as we're going around, I'm touching and releasing in his face. There we go. That's what I'd like, is for, as I'm asking him to turn around, that he's willing to go. He's willing to go on a loose rein. I don't want to pull him through the spin. There we go. And notice how I've kept him in this pivot because he wanted to get in the bridle. Oh. I would like him off of the bridle, and as I'm asking him to turn around, I'm releasing the rein and picking it up. There we go. Releasing the rein and picking it up. Oh. The guy's a little dizzy. All right, guys, so it's an important pro tip that you don't want your horse getting drugged through. So I wanted to keep him square and straight, but I didn't want him to lay into that bridle. As we started coming around here to the left, you saw him trying to gate and get in the bridle. So I just made sure whenever we were turning around that I started touching and releasing until we got on a loose rein. That's exactly what I'm looking for, because I would really like for him to be able to, on this loose rein like this, step around. Oh. To be able to do that without trying to go forward into that bridle. So we need forward, but it's a balancing act. We need him to think forward, but we want him to stay there stationary, and you can do that all right here, touching on those reins, touching and releasing. He's still a work in progress on his spins, but you'll see as the videos come along how he'll just get better and better and more efficient. That's clockwork. We use that for two things: for making the horse think forward through the spin, also making them pivot on the correct foot. Since they have to come out of the spin and go forward again by matching two legs on them, it really makes them think, okay, I need to pivot on the inside foot because we will be going forward afterwards. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next performance video.